Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's match between the Superstars and the Bites. Sorry for the delay, folks. We're starting a little bit later on. Oh, while we were late, the Bites managed to get 4 runs already in the early portions of this game. The Superstars looking to score their first run of the game and try to close the gap. The Bites are currently on a hot streak after winning their game against the Vipers this past Tuesday down at Homestead, Florida, off a walk-off grand slam. It was the first and only time they took the lead in that game, and that coming in the bottom of the 7th. And here the Bites are with a 4-0 lead as we see a big shot towards left field, and the Superstars got a runner on first.
Number 3, Adrian Falco. Number 3.
And now at bat for the first time today, Adrian Falcon, the right fielder for the Superstars. Superstars had a lot of errors in the first 2 innings so far. That's what has allowed a lot of these runs to be scored by the Bites. And here's the pitch, a big shot towards left field. It's going to be fouled off. Justin Baronski is the starting pitcher for the Bites as he faces off against number 30. Swings, but the runner on first is going to bowl all the way to third off of the throwing error. That was Alejandro Ronaldo. Off the wild pitch, advanced himself from first all the way to third. So the Bites are in prime position to score their first run of the day. A big shot once again towards left field, but that's another foul. And here's the pitch. High outside, another ball. That'll tie the count up at 2-2. And here's the pitch. Another foul shot. It's going to go outside the field. And right now the Superstars are doing exactly what they need to do. They got a runner in scoring position as we see a shot that stays in bounds, popped up but caught by a second baseman. And that's going to put the first out on the board for the Superstars. That wasn't exactly what the Superstars wanted to see. I'm pretty sure they would have they would have taken the sacrifice fly if it went all the way towards the outskirts of the field. That way they could have brought Ronaldo, who's currently on third. They would have routed a long fly out rather than the pop out. But there's still 2 outs to go until the bottom of the second is over. So they got plenty of time. And here's the pitch. Danny Sanchez is at the plate, and he has a 2-0 count to start things off. And here's the pitch. Another ball, and Sanchez has a 3-0 count. And here's the pitch. Big shot. This one stays on the ground. And now the Superstars can say they put a run on the board. Ronaldo brings in the first run to close the gap 1-4.
Spread to the plate. Number 4, Tyler Derlin. Number 4.
And now Tyler Derlin is at bat, and there's strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. Derlin now faces an 0-2 count. And here's the pitch. Shot towards the left, out of bounds, foul ball. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's going to put the second inning to a close. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back for the third. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And joining us here in the top of the third is Cobra's player, Jaden. Jaden, how you doing today?
I'm all right, man. Good weather, can't complain.
So, Jaden, tell us a little more about yourself. Heard that you're out of state, so what was it like playing baseball, out of state where you were from?
Definitely different.
Number one, the next batter, Garrett Lindbergh.
Not as many out of the country guys playing in the Midwest. The weather is definitely a lot colder and a lot less humid. So those are probably the two biggest differences right there.
And how would you compare, playing up in the Midwest in that temperature, where it's cold a lot of times, compared to down here in South Florida where, it gets really hot, you're really soggy. What do you say, like, the change in conditions, compares in how, you strategize how you're going to play the game?
Right. So, yeah, playing in the cold in the Midwest a lot, you have to stretch a lot more, I feel like, because your muscles you're getting so cold and stuff during the games. And coming out here, man, it's kind of like you don't got to worry about as much stuff, as far as like warming up your body and stuff, because you're already down here, muscles are loose, you're warm, you're good. So I think to me that's the biggest thing right there, like just coming out here, not worrying about anything cold, not worrying about getting jammed and your hands stinging for forever and stuff like that. So I think that's the biggest right there.
So talk a little more. What got you into baseball? And what position do you play?
What got me into playing ball? I would say what got me into playing ball was just like playing around the house with my friends, just really falling in love with the game. My dad also played growing up, so he really got me into it. Playing started me at a young age, and man, I just fell in love with it ever since. And ever since then, I started playing short and second. I played all over the field, but I fell in love with short and second, man. Playing up that middle, man.
So what made you change from playing up in the Midwest to coming down here to South Florida?
I just wanted to try it out. I wanted to see what the difference was. I wanted to see how the competition was. I never played in Florida before, so I think it's a good opportunity to meet new guys, come down here, show a face, play my game, and and just see how this Florida league is talking about.
When did you discover the Charles Johnson Summer League?
I discovered this early in
Number 6,
the fall this year through Twitter. A coach had reached out to me and told me about the league, and I knew a couple players that was planning on playing in it, and I was like, you know what, let's give it a shot. Let's see how it's going.
How does it feel to play for a team like the Cobras? And the Cobras, they went to the championship last year. They couldn't seal the deal. But how does it feel to play for a team that really does have championship expectations for this season?
Yeah, the Cobras, man, it feels good being a part of that squad, and we got a good mix of young guys and a little bit of older guys with experience. We got a coach that coaches at the university, and he knows a lot about the game, and he's helping us out. And yeah, man, it feels good being a part of a winning program, and we gonna definitely try our best to go out there and get the dub, man. Go out there and have a good season.
And finally, what are your expectations for this year? Obviously, the season just started, so we got a little ways to go. But what are your expectations for yourself and the team for the rest of the season?
Man, for the team, man, I just want to win, man. I want to win, but I want to get better. I want to learn more about the game. I want to get better at my position, get some good reps. I just want to have a good year with the guys, man. And like I said, learn and just get better at all aspects of my game.
Well, Jaden, thank you so much for coming on for the interview, and good luck to you out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you.
We see a big shot. See if they can make the play.
All right.
And Alejandro was able to get himself onto first. But Gary Lineberger got cut off on his travel to second. We have runners on both corners. Now Lorenzo DeMare, the catcher, now making his second appearance. See, now faces a 1-0 count. Ball. Now it's a 2-0 count.
Find his glove.
Here's the pitch. Another ball. And good job Good job there by Lorenzo, continuing to stay patient, having a good eye, letting the pitches come to him. Right now, he's way ahead on the count at 3-0. Stays patient again. This one goes for strike one. But that's okay for Lorenzo. Like I said, you're at the 3-0 count. You have a little bit of wiggle room here. You can stay patient. He stayed patient. He's not taking a swing yet. Let's see if he does it this time. Here's the offering. He takes a big shot. That one is fouled off. So now it's a full count.
You got the 3-2.
So after being ahead on the 3-0 count, a strike and a foul puts Lorenzo at a full count. 12 wasting no time.
Alright. I thought it was. Sorry, y'all. I thought it was. I thought it was a 3-2. Sorry, y'all.
And here's the pitch. A big shot towards left field. Goes on the ground. The Bites are going to put another one on the board. The Bites extend their lead to 5-1.
That's a good A pitch, Danny. That's a good A pitch.
And Lorenzo gets himself the RBI single. And in the midst of all that as well, Garrett Weinberger advanced himself to third.
He hit a slapper.
So with 2 outs on
Jonathan Gaynor, the batter. Number 11, Jonathan Gaynor.
So with 2 outs on the board, it's the same song and dance for the Bites, but they managed to put another one on the board, and the score is now 5-1 in favor of the Bites. 12 wasted no time. That shot is fouled off. Now Jonathan Gaynor, the first baseman, is at bat. And Martos Caleb goes on to first as a pinch runner for Lorenzo.
Come on, Dad. Same thing.
And here's the pitch. And that's a strike on Jonathan Gaynor. Now it's an 0-2 count.
You're looking good. Let him get a rollie if you want.
And here's the pitch. Strike 3. And that's going to put the top of the third to a close. The Bites were able to extend their lead to 5-1. We'll be back for the bottom of the third. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the bottom of the third between the Superstars and the Bites, where the Bites have a 5-1 lead. We're nearing the halfway mark of this game. And here's the pitch. First offering goes for a ball. Next offering is also a ball.
Number 36, Zach Braveheart, the batter.
And Zach Braveheart at bat now
Half of the third.
for the Superstars. And here's the pitch, a big shot towards left field. That one is way in the air, but caught. And Braveheart's going to take the walk back to the dugout. Here's the next pitch. Ball.
Number 40, Jason Sepulveda, the batter. Number 40.
And now Jason Sepulveda is now at bat, substituting in, it looks like, for Jaden Boyce. The pitch. Looks like that one's going to be counted for a ball. So it should be a 2-0 count. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Number 40 is going to take the walk back to the dugout.
Number 5, top of the order, Jason Burrow.
And now we're back to the top of the lineup, and now Jaden Boyce, the center fielder, makes his next appearance. His first offering goes for a ball. In the first inning, Jaden got caught out with a fly out caught by the center fielder. He's going to look for a little more luck this time. And here's the pitch. Another ball for Jaden Boyce. 2-0 count. The pitch. A big shot towards left field. Caught by third. Tossed over to first, but unable to keep the ball in the mid. Jaden Boyce gets himself the single.
Number 6, Carson Adams.
Boyce gets his first hit of the day as Carson Adams is now going to be at bat for the second time today after a pop out caught by the first baseman. Look for a little more luck here. Takes a big shot. That one's in the air towards right field. It's a fair ball. It stays in bounds. And that advances Adams to first off back-to-back singles, and Jaden Boyce gets himself on the second.
Next batter to the plate, number 10, Chris Viamonte. Number 10.
And next up is Chris Viamonte, the shortstop for the Superstars. And here's the pitch. Strike one against Chris Viamonte. The pitch. Ball. Now Viamonte has a 1-1 count. And this is a really interesting scenario here because you got runners on first and second, 2 outs on the board. And here's the pitch. Takes a big shot towards left field. And caught by the third baseman. That'll put the third inning to a close. We'll be back for the top of the fourth. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And joining me is second-year player in the Charles Johnson Summer League, JoJo Man. JoJo, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining. So tell us a little more about yourself as we're heading into the top of the fourth.
I would say I'm a pretty international kid. I was born in Boston and raised in Jersey before I got family moved over to China. That's where I spent my middle school and high school years, and I graduated in an international school in China before moving back to the States for school.
So what got you into baseball? When did you start, gaining this love for the sport?
At a young age, my dad introduced it to me. Never forced it or pushed it on me, but he introduced it to me, and I just enjoyed being around it all the time. And my grandma as well. She really loved the Yankees.
Good try, good try.
Made me a big fan of baseball and the Yankees as well.
And what position would you say that? What position have you played the most throughout your career? Is it the position that you play now?
Yeah, pitcher. I definitely am.
Good slap,
I'm a
Danny.
pitcher,
That's what you want.
and I
Don't slap it
hope to
around.
continue being a pitcher as much as I can.
And how long have you been pitching for?
I would say since 5, 6, I don't know, a young age, for a long time. For a long time.
So, what would you say is the biggest difference in terms of? I'm assuming that you played obviously in China and the Philippines. What would you say is the biggest difference between the way baseball is played overseas compared to how it is here in the States?
Biggest difference is probably the talent.
Oh, excuse me, there's a big shot, and number 3 is going to make the run to first.
Nice.
Not in time.
Well, yeah, I would say the talent. There's a huge talent on the western side
And the
of
first batter,
the world.
next batter,
Everyone
number
is
5, top of the order,
naturally
Jason
talented.
Altuve.
And in Asia,
Number
there's a
5.
huge difference in work ethic. They have a huge work ethic because they're not as naturally or physically built as the western side of the world.
It's a good challenge for you.
So, where did you discover the Charles Johnson Summer League?
I met Mario a while back, and he connected with my dad. They're both baseball fans, and he introduced me to this Charles Johnson League, and that's where I found it from the man himself.
This is your second year in the league, so how did your first year go as part of the Charles Johnson Summer League?
It was very successful overall. We went all the way to the finals. We ended up coming short in the finals, but I feel like for the first year with the new team, it was pretty successful, and hopefully we look forward to doing more than that this year.
Now, going to year 2, what do you think are some things that you can improve on? What are some highlights that you had in your inaugural season with the league that you can use to build on in year 2?
Working on every single pitch and confidence and a little bit of velocity. I can definitely work on in this as an individual.
Control the universe.
I feel like just being confident and throwing every single of my pitches. And
there's another big shot. 5 is going to make the run to first. And it looks like he's going to get the single. So Jason Altuve gets himself to first off the single. And final question, what are your expectations for yourself as well as your team for the rest of the season?
Expectations for myself is continue to develop. At the end of the day, it's a summer league. I come in here with a plan of what I want to do and how do I want to get better, and I want to continue that. And as a team is to win it all. So hopefully I put 2 and 2 together and we can work it out.
Well, JoJo, thank you so much for coming. It was a great conversation. Have a good one.
You too.
Right with it.
And back to the game as we see Jason Altuve make the run to second and get the stolen base.
Good time. There you go.
And here's the pitch. Fouled off again.
Let's go through it. Nice.
Big shot. This one stays in bounds. And that one goes onto the ground, and the Bites are going to score. The Bites are 7-1. That one was close. Jason Altuve ran for his life there. As soon as he saw the ball go into the ground, he just bolted for
You
it.
in the middle, baby.
And good job there by the Superstars. They tried to make the play happen. It was just a matter of inches, but Altuve gets the upper hand, and just like that, the Bites are up by 5 runs.
Overcome it. You'll be fine.
Here's the pitch. Big shot towards right. Fouled off for Dylan Diaz making his next appearance. Diaz managed to score the first run for the Bites back in the first off a single. One out on the board. A 1-1 count. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. Another ball. Here's the pitch. Strike two. Now it's a 2-2 count. Good eye there by Dylan Diaz. Stays patient, gets the ball, and now it's a full count for Dylan Diaz.
Stay back with him, Danny. Don't let him lose.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one stays in bounds. Toss it from third to first. And Dylan Diaz is going to take the walk back to the dugout, but Damian Tamayo gets himself to third.
Number 2 with the next batter.
So 2 outs on the board for the Bites, but they did manage to score a run, so it's been a successful inning so far for the Bites. And they're in a position to score once again with the runner on third. Let's see what Edward Mateo can do if he can get the RBI to bring in Damian Tamayo. First pitch goes for a strike, so it's an 0-1 count.
Take your time.
One thing here that I've noticed a lot about these Bites players is that they're staying patient. A lot of cases there, a lot of them have been in full counts, not taking a lot of swings.
Holy out no strike.
That one goes for a ball.
He's gonna fall for it, Danny. Right on him.
And here's the pitch.
There you go.
Shot to the right side, out of bounds. Now it's a 1-2 count.
Come on, Scorpion. Come on, Scorpion. You looking good out there, Scorpion. Watch that third baseman. He belongs to you, Dan.
Where are you playing college ball?
Right now, I just finished playing at State Fair Community College in Sedalia, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now I'm playing.
My son is Johnny, Jonathan Gaynor.
Oh, that's good.
You know Johnny?
I don't think I met him. Oh, okay.
And here's the pitch. This one stays in bounds. A big shot towards left center field.
Penn State Fayette.
Try to make the play,
They've got a really good program.
and it looks like that's a home run. And indeed it is. So Edward Mateo,
Yeah, Draniac.
No, I know. Yeah, so,
yes it is. Edward Mateo gets the home run, a 2-run homer. And the Bites have an 8-1 lead.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's near Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's near
His
Pittsburgh.
coach is recruiting.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Johnny could
It's in PA though, right?
Now let's go back to that for 1 second as we see Martos Caleb get ready to warm up.
Caleb Mateos, the next
Excuse me, Caleb Mateos. Let's go back to that play. I mean, You saw the left fielder. I mean, he made that play, nearly went into the net,
Baltimore area.
and it looked like even Mateo didn't know if that was a home run or not either. That was easily probably going to score, but
Which school, Rochester?
no one called it as an out.
I was in the.
So Mateo gets one of the craziest home runs I think I've ever seen. Here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Ball.
Everywhere. Florida's different.
Good strong
What's
pitch.
your name, sir?
And here's the pitch.
Oh.
Another ball. Well, the Bites
Take your time.
last game where they faced off against the Vipers, they were facing a deficit for 6.5 innings, and now they're the ones with the massive lead.
Great to see.
Oh, nice.
Number 1, Garrett Lindberger, the next batter to the plate. Garrett Lindberger, number 1.
And Caleb Mateos gets the walk. And now Garrett Lindberger, the shortstop, makes his third appearance. Here's the pitch. Ball. You gotta wonder if the superstars are gonna start thinking about potential pitching changes. You've allowed 8 runs already and a slew of balls. See, we haven't seen a strike thrown from the superstars since Edward Mateo when he got that home run. So when you go 2 straight at-bats without a strike thrown, that one stays in. That one's fouled off as well. It's going to be caught, and that's going to put the 4th to a close. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the matchup between the Superstars and the Bites, where the Bites have an 8-1 lead over the Superstars here in the bottom of the 4th. Now Alejandro Ronaldo at bat.
Superstars.
Come on, 19. Mete mano.
Here's the pitch. Ball. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2-0 count.
Good try. Good ass try.
That shot is fouled off. So now it's a 1-2-1 count. And here's the pitch. That one goes towards the right, but fouled off again. And here's the pitch. Another ball. Now it's a full count. 3-2.
Oh, hell no, go back.
That one stays in bounds. 19 makes the run to first. And that one goes on the ground. And Ronaldo is going to get the double. Drops the helmet on the trip to second.
Number 30, Adrian Falco, the next batter. Number 30.
What a shot there by Alejandro Ronaldo. Great placement of the ball. Defense just couldn't get there in time. As we see Jaden Boyce is going to come in as a pinch runner.
Pinch runner.
You saw that Ronaldo was, well, he definitely made the run over to second. I mean, he ran so fast that the helmet came off of his hat, came off of his. And now we see Adrian Falcon making his next appearance. Here's the pitch. Strike one. And here's the pitch. That's a 1-1 count. And Boyce gets himself to third off the stolen base. That one is shot towards left field. Stays in bounds. And Boyce is going to bring it in for another run for the Superstars. The Superstars able to close the gap now to 2-8.
Number 12, Danny Sanchez, the next batter for the Superstars. Number 12.
Next up, Danny Sanchez for his second appearance. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike. One count. One count, no outs on the board, a runner on second. Here's the pitch. That one stays in bounds. 12 makes the run. And the Superstars, they're going to look to put another run on the board, and they do. 3 hits in a row. Closes the gap for the Superstars. They're still down by 5 runs, but now the score 3-8. It's a little more manageable for the Superstars. And now Tyler Derlin makes his next appearance. After getting struck on in his first appearance, he's going to look to continue what his teammates have been building so far, which is 3 hits in a row.
Right.
And there we see the hit by pitch, but for Tyler, he's going to take the walk over to first.
Number 36, Zach Braveheart, the next batter. Number 36.
There we see the coach for the Bites. Calls players up onto the mound. Bites have allowed 2 runs in this inning alone. They're still up by 5 runs, but if there's any team that knows that no lead is safe, it is definitely the Bites. They were able to come away from a 4-run deficit in the bottom of the 7th after getting 3 walks and then getting the walk-off grand slam. The Bites held the lead for only the bottom of the 7th, and that's when they were able to get the win. And here they are. The roles are reversed. The Bites have the massive lead. And let's see if they can hold on, or is it going to be the same song and same dance like we saw on Tuesday between the Bites and the Vipers? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for Zach Braveheart. Braveheart making his second appearance. The flyout that was caught by the left fielder retired Braveheart back in the 3rd. Here's the next pitch. This one stays in bounds. A big shot towards left field. This one might be gone. Nope, this one is caught. We know Braveheart can take big shots, and that's the second flyout in a row for Braveheart. Unfortunately, it was just barely stayed in bounds. And Braveheart is going to go 0 for 2 so far, still searching for that first hit. Still runners on first and second. There's still only 1 out on the board. We see swing and a miss. See if they can get it. No, they can't. A wild throw. And the Superstars put another one on the board. This one off an error by the catcher. Danny Sanchez brings him in for the 4th run scored by the Superstars. And now they nearly cut the deficit in half.
Don't swing high. Do not swing high. Do not swing high pitch. Good look. Ball, please.
Ball. And here's the pitch. Strike 2. Blue calls it a strike. And here's the pitch. Strike 3.
Come on, 5.
Back-to-back strikeouts for number 40.
Come on, 5. Look at it. Sweet hit, baby.
Top of the order, number 5. Jaden Boyle, the batter, number 5.
And now Jaden Boyce, once again at bat. Came in as a pinch runner and managed to score the run. Two outs on the board, a runner on second. Superstars able to score 3 runs in this inning. As we see a big shot. That one stays in bounds, heads towards the right, drops it, and the Superstars make it a 3-1 game.
Good job.
Jaden Boyce gets the base knock.
Jake boy.
Next
Excuse me,
batter,
Jaden
number
Boyle.
6, Carson Adams.
Now
Number
Carson
6.
Adams at bat. Superstars are they're just feasting off the mistakes right now by the Bites. It's as if the Bites defense, like they're hesitant to make the play for the catch.
70-something miles per hour for you.
And here's the pitch. Ball.
Good look.
So it's as if the Superstars are hesitant to make the catch. They're not even really going for it. It's like they see the ball, it's like, and then they just slow down once they get close to it. There's another ball. If you're the Bites, you got to clean that up. You were just up by 8-1, and now they scored 4 runs in this inning alone off mostly errors. So if you're the Bites, you got to clean this up, or else that's going to be a 7-run deficit that the Superstars are in danger of closing. As we see another shot towards right field. Let's see if they can make the play. Fouled off. And here's the pitch. Ball.
You got him on the way. Now you got him on his feet.
Jaden Boyle advanced himself to second off the stolen base. And here's the pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Carson Adams gets the walk and puts runners on first and second for the Superstars.
Take your time. What do you think? You're going to see that. You're going to see that.
Number 10, Chris Viamonte, the next batter. Number 10.
You're going to see it coming. It's a floater. It's a floater.
Now it's Chris Viamonte at batting. Here's the pitch. Takes a big shot towards left field. Caught. That'll put the 4th inning to a close, but the Superstars are able to put a massive dent into the Bites lead. It's now a 3-run game as we head to the 5th. And welcome back, folks. You see Alejandro Wheeler at bat. Here at the top of the fifth, he has a 1-1 count. The Bites were able to close the gap, or excuse me, the Superstars managed to close the gap to the Bites. It was 8-1, but then after half an inning, the Superstars were able to score 4 runs at the bottom of the fourth, and now it's a 3-run game. That shot fouled
Now
off.
you're ahead. Now you're ahead.
It's a 1-2 count for Alejandro Aguila, the outfielder, making his third appearance at bat. It's another foul ball. Aguila's been able to get himself on base in every appearance so far. Managed to score a run for the Bites back in the second. Managed to get himself a single in the third before getting cut off on the trip to second. And there you see Six make the run over to first. And Aguilas makes it 3 for 3 in terms of on base. If you're the Bites, what do? Do you just try to play solid defense? I mean, obviously you want to score runs. The question is, are they going to be able to increase that gap once again? Open it up. Let's find out as we see Lorenzo DeMare at bat once again. He too has been able to get himself on base in every appearance. However, he has not been able to advance farther than first. He's yet to see even second base. That pitch is a strike. And here's the pitch. Patient for a ball.
Yo, tough guy. Nah, right here. I know.
Runner on first here in the top of the fifth.
That's important. Taking your time.
Here's the pitch, and another ball. And Lorenzo gets himself to first, so he's able to get himself on base once again. Alejandro gets himself to second. And the question is Alejandro Aguila going to be able to get himself past first for the first time today? He's 3 for 3 in terms of getting on base, but he has yet to advance farther than his current position in first. That's going to be something to keep an eye on if the Bites want to try to extend their lead.
You do your
Now we
best.
see,
Don't worry about anything else.
and here's the pitch. We see a bunt. Alejandro gets himself to second, and now the bases are loaded for the Bites.
Number 3, Josh Edwards, the batter.
Jonathan Gaynor off the bunt. Something we don't normally see here in summer leagues is the bunt, but Gaynor goes for it, and it pays off, gets himself the single, and loads the bases for the Bites with no outs on the board. This is the farthest that a wheel has been able to get all day. Or excuse me, Alejandro gets himself to third. Lorenzo gets himself past first for the first time today. And Jonathan Gaynor gets himself to first. Here's the pitch. Ball.
I'm down with it, man.
Yes, sir.
Good.
There's another ball.
Back the glove, back the glove.
And here's the pitch. Strike.
got that strong pitch, baby. He's too strong. Too strong, right there, baby.
Pitch. A big shot. Shortstop tries to make the play, unable to. The Bites are going to put another run on the board. The Bites open the gap now to 9-5.
Top of the order, number 5, Jason Altuve.
Alejandro Alula brings them around.
Get me some old two-bill, baby. Get some old two-bill over here.
And the bases are loaded once again for the Bites with no outs on the board still.
Get some old two-bill.
We see Jason Altuve swing and miss for strike one. That pitch goes for a ball to 1-1 count.
Stay vigilant.
Another ball. It's a 2-1 count.
Now you're going to be set. Now you'll be set.
And here's the pitch. Another ball, and Altuve has a 3-1 count.
Finish him up. Easy. That's right. Limbo, baby. Keep dancing. That's it.
And here's the pitch. Strike two. Now it's a full count for Jason Altuve. No outs on the board and loaded bases. Altuve is in prime position to walk in a run here. Here's the pitch. And Altuve is going to walk the 10th run in for the Bites.
Number 23, Damian Tamayo, the batter. Number 23.
Enjoy this one, Pop. Enjoy the big fella.
Next up, Damian Tamayo. Strike one.
Keep an eye on it, baby. It's Friday night, baby. It's Friday night.
And here's the pitch. Big shot, stays in bounds. The Bites put another one on the board.
Got him.
Can they make it two? Yes, they can. Runners on both corners now.
Number 21, Dylan Diaz, the next batter for the Brown Bites. Number 21.
And the Bites open up to a 7-run gap once again. We now see Dylan Diaz at bat.
What are you playing for? What are you going with? Summit? What college? St. Thomas. St. Thomas. Somewhere around right here. We've seen each other. We've seen each other. Going up in
Here's the pitch. Big shot towards center left field. Caught. And the Bites are going to add another run to their score. If it's any consolation for the Superstars, at least they put the first out on the board for the Bites.
St. Thomas. You'll be seeing him. So get with it with him, baby. Get with it with him, baby.
Eduardo Mateo, number 2, the next
Give it to him right
batter.
there.
Number 2.
First offering for Mateo is a ball.
Enjoy him, Danny, right down the middle. Enjoy him.
8-run gap for the Bites over the Superstars. Now it's a 2-0 count.
Hey,
This one stays in bounds, goes towards right field. Caught.
Ah,
Center
big
field.
fella.
Back-to-back
Yeah.
outs for the Bites.
Yeah.
I think the Bites are going to be really happy with this inning. I think it's fair to say. They managed to score 5 runs.
That's all you can do.
Number 7, Caleb Montos, the next batter. Number
Listen to
7.
it, baby. Easy. You got the big one.
There's a
you go.
shot. Fouled off. That one stays in bounds. 7 makes the run to first. And Mateo gets himself the single. Next up, Garrett Reinberger, the shortstop. Garrett is, believe it or not, he's been on base before, but he's still looking for his first hit of the day. Here's the pitch. Ball.
Still power. Look at that arm.
She texted me at 3 in the morning about
All that weight.
And here's the pitch.
There you go.
This one stays in bounds. Caught. A very successful inning for the Bites comes to a close, and we get to the bottom of the 5th. And let's see if the Superstars could close the gap once again. And welcome back, folks, here in the bottom of the fifth. Alejandro Ronaldo will start things off. Big shot stays in bounds, goes towards left field, makes the toss over to first.
Number 30, Adrian Falco. The next batter up for the Superstars, number 30.
Now Adrian Falco, now at bat. And here's the pitch. Takes a shot. 30 makes the run over to first. And Falco is going to get the double. Now Danny Sanchez at bat. That one connects, foul.
Shoulder messed up. He was up there in Jersey. In the corner with him, it's hard.
And here's the pitch. Ball. And here's the pitch. Another ball.
What's his name?
And here's the pitch. This one connects, stays in play. And it's a base hit for Danny Sanchez.
Next up for the Superstars, number 4, Tyler.
Now Tyler Derlin's at bat. Runners on both corners and no outs on the board. The Superstars are going to try to close another large gap over the Bites. And here's the pitch. Strike one for Tyler Derlin. And here's the pitch. Takes a shot at it. Caught by the catcher. Tyler Derlin's going to take the walk back to the dugout. What's the
Number 36, Zach Braveheart.
Puts the second out on the board for the Superstars. And now Zach Braveheart at bat. Strike one for Zach Braveheart. big shot. That one stays in bounds. And that's going to put the 5th inning to a close. We'll be back for the top of the 6th. And welcome back, folks, here at the top of the 6th.
What I'm going to do, I was just checking the dealer. I'm going to get his info.
Next up at bat, Alejandro Avila for the Bites as they continue to try to extend their lead.
Go pitch, Danny. It's a good high pitch.
And here's the pitch. Ball. And another ball for the count. And Alejandro's going to get the walk.
It's all right. It's all right.
Next up, Lorenzo DeMare.
No, it's not.
And next up, Jonathan Gaynor. And here's the pitch. Ball.
Take a breath and go swap it. Just throw it right in there. That's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
And here's the pitch. Strike.
Take your time. Take your time. That's right in.
And here's the pitch. Another ball. Here's the pitch. Strike. And here's the pitch. Strike three. And Jonathan Gaynor is going to take the walk back to the dugout.
Number 3, Josh Egberts, the batter. Number 3.
Same thing, you see?
Next up is Josh Egbert, who managed to score a run in his previous appearance back in the 5th. Here's the first pitch. Ball. And here's the pitch. Ball. Here's the next pitch. Another ball. It's a 3-0 count for Josh Egbert.
One up there, right there. There you go. Take your time. There you go. Nice.
And here's the pitch. Strike one.
Time at every moment.
And here's the pitch. Foul ball. Now it's a full count, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Josh goes for the walk.
Top of the order, number 5, Jason Altuve. The batter for the
Jason Altuve now out of bat once again. Altuve managed to score 2 runs in his 2 previous appearances. Let's see if he can make it 3 for 3. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And here's the pitch. And another ball. And here's the pitch. That one stays foul. That one stays in bounds. That one hits the ground, and Altuve is going to get himself a single and an RBI. Alejandro Avila puts another one on the board for the Bites. Next, Damian Tamayo at bat. Here's the pitch. Ball. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Great job. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That puts the top of the 6 to a close. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6. And welcome back, folks, to the bottom of the
Number 40,
sixth.
Steven Cipollina. The batter, number 40.
We see Steven Stepolina at bat once again here in the bottom of the sixth. Now, folks, we do want to say that there is a 2-hour limit rule in these games, so as we're approaching that, this could be one of the last at-bats, so there's a chance we don't even get to the 7th inning.
Let them pitcher not allow with the batting. Wait for it.
So keep that in mind in case the game ends early. So this could be the last shot for the Superstars. And here's the pitch. Ball. 2-1 count. And here's the pitch. Another ball. 3-1 count.
Good look, good look. You might throw you one down the middle, so get ready for it.
What have I done to you, man? What
Yeah.
Strike 2. It's a full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. 3 strikeouts in a row for Steve. That one stays in bounds, stays within the diamond. Make the toss over to first. They say that he's safe.
Safe at first. Next batter to the plate.
Jaden Boyle able to get to first in time. Gets the single.
Number 6.
Puts a runner on base for the Superstars, and we now see Carson Adams at bat once again.
Hey, Jay.
Are you seeing your friend? My baby boy.
And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. And here's the pitch. Foul. And here's the pitch. Stays in bounds. 6 makes the run over to first. Carson Adams gets himself another base hit.
10.
And here's the pitch. Carson Adams gets himself to second off the stolen base. And here's the pitch. pop out, stays in bounds towards right field, caught. And that'll put the 6th inning. 6th inning to a close.
Broward Bites take it.
And that's going to do it for the game. The Broward Bites beat the South Florida Superstars by a score of 15-5. So we'll get that score updated now. But congratulations to the Bites on taking down the Superstars 15-5. And that's going to do it for this game. But stick around. Coming at around 7 o'clock, going to have a rematch of the championship game between the Cobras and the Beach Bums. That should be a fun game, so stick around.
And the outcome will be different this time.
That was assistant coach of the Cobras, Antonio Ponte.